There are so many times in our lives when we need to sense God's comfort, His comforting presence. When you get that medical diagnosis that you were fearing, when your marriage seems like it's falling apart, when your kids' decisions are breaking your heart, when there's strain between you and your mom or dad, all of these things, we just need God's comforting presence, right? Well, the cool thing is, in Isaiah 51, God says, "It is I, even I, who comforts you." Okay, so He promises to comfort us. That's good news. But how do I actually sense that, feel that, hear His comforting words? How do I grab hold of that comfort that He says He's going to give me in Isaiah 51? Well, I go to King David, Psalm 63, where he says, "I have seen you in the sanctuary and beheld your power and glory." Wow. So as David was worshiping God in the sanctuary, he is given a vision of God. It's like he sees God. He beholds God's power and His glory and His presence, His magnificent presence. Okay, so I've taken that scripture, Psalm 63, and thought, okay, maybe there's something for me to learn here in terms of experiencing God's rich, comforting presence. And so what I've done, and what I'm suggesting you do too, is to find a place where you can just be kind of by yourself, not distracted by your cell phone or people yapping at you. Maybe it's going to be literally in your closet, or maybe it's going to be, when the kids are in bed or whatever. But find some time where you can just start worshiping God, with or without music. For myself, actually, I get kind of distracted with music. I know that's really weird, but I actually just have it quiet, silent, and I envision being with God. I close my eyes. I envision being with God. Maybe envisioning being with Him in His throne room, or envisioning walking beside Him in a beautiful, pristine meadow with a bubbling brook. I just envision being with Him as I'm thanking Him, praising His holy name. And then I quiet myself and say, "Lord, I need your comfort. Will you speak a word to me? Will you just allow me to sense your comforting presence?" And every time, when I actually take the time to do that, I sense His comfort just washing over me. I sense His comforting presence. And I often hear maybe just one or two words too that are just spoken gently to my spirit, words that I needed to hear that would comfort me, that say words like, "I have it in my control. Do not be afraid. I am with you. I have angels surrounding you." He's spoken so many beautiful, comforting words to me, but it all started with me worshiping God, having some alone time with Him, closing my eyes, envisioning being with Him, like I believe David did in that psalm, and then asking Him to draw present, asking Him to speak to me. Try it and see if you don't sense God's comforting presence.